welcome to a daily market update. I am Samuel McCulloch, and today we are going to take a look at Bitcoin and go over some educational content. So let's look at the market. The other day I drew this area, this kind of sell area and a buy area, where you could see that levels of resistance and support had been created. I also drew these outside lines that show the stops of where I would place. They were all placed about 3% out. So since that time, we've had a significant movement to the downside. And let me just pull this 1 hour. So we came through actually quite heavily. We came down and we would have tested these stops and the trade would have been stopped out. So what happens now is we push through here, and I want to actually go out to a daily chart. So the price of Bitcoin has pushed through its 21 EMA and also its 8 EMA as well too, almost on the same day. So the next level that I would be looking for is somewhere down here around the 50 when it comes up. So in the next 2 days, that should be around 7,500, is to be looking for some sort of support here. We actually found it in this 7,439 level. This provides the support, and if you imagine that this 50 EMA is going to come up, it would find support in that region and kind of bounce off. So what I'm looking for today is that we've found some hard support down here at 74. I would now be looking for consolidation around this channel right here. And we can see that this support level matches nicely with some previous support levels and also a couple of resistance levels here. And really what I look for on a day-to-day basis is just horizontal levels. I don't really like drawing diagonal lines, because if you just draw a line like this and you get a trend line, yes, it's interesting, but really we don't think of prices in a diagonal fashion. We think of prices psychologically in round numbers first. So 78,000, 10,000 is a big one, 9,000 obviously is a big one. And then from there, they get delineated down into the smaller ones. So 9,500, 8,500, 9,100. But really it's the big numbers and halfway marks that make a lot of sense. Plus, this is an interesting level, because if we go back, we can see that we are now at the top or near the top of where we were back in July of 2018. So taking a look back, there was previous resistance here at this level, and then also here as well too, and here. So this is a pretty significant support level right here. What I would be looking for going forward is, again, some consolidation pattern. There's nothing to say that we're actually switched to a bearish trend yet. None of the EMAs have actually crossed. We've only spent 1 day down below the 21 EMA, so I'm really looking for 2 days down below to kind of start to change my opinion. I want to see further degradation in the price to the downside. As for Ethereum, I think there's a much nicer structure that's being created. You can see that up here we have some solid resistance, and down here this is the support area. It's much clearer. We can see that it was tested 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5 times. Same for up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's all stayed below. So again, I think we're going to have some sort of consolidation in here, in between this 235 and 275 level. It roughly runs the same pattern as before. What I'm looking for here, again, is a consolidation, because the move was quite huge. And one of the indicators that I use is a squeeze. And I typically use 4 indicators, and we'll get to them individually on later sessions. But the indicators that I typically use are a squeeze, and you can see that a squeeze is essentially a compacting of price. A squeeze uses essentially a Keltner channel and a Bollinger Band to find periods of price consolidation, because after price consolidation, always there is an upside move. So price consolidation here, and then an upside move or a downside move, depending on wherever it goes. But typically price consolidates, the range gets quite small, and then it opens up again. It's kind of like a lung in that it goes in and out and in and out. So I'm looking for price consolidation here. And if we can consolidate in this period for maybe another 2 weeks, and then possibly we could have another big move to the upside. So it's more apparent on the weekly that we need to have some sort of consolidation here. The moving averages will come up, and if we kind of level off, we could get some more movement to the upside. When you have such a big move like this, there has to be some cooling off period, and that's what's happening now. It could take quite a bit, so if we're going to be bullish again, if prices are going to move higher, then it could take some time for consolidation to occur. If prices start to rebound and fall, then it could occur pretty fast. But really, the best case, and really I think the case with the highest probability of an outcome, is consolidation here within this pattern, both for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Here we have a price consolidation that's occurring right now. It's starting to trend up. And so this kind of shows that same thing that I was showing before, in that now that BTC is kind of topped a little bit, it's time for the altcoins such as Ethereum to make their moves. And that typically occurs after BTC peaks, or at least starts to consolidate itself. People take profits and they move it into more high volatility altcoins where they can try to make a bigger profit. So what I would expect here is, because of this consolidation that we're having now, and you can see that we are squeezing on the daily, and also the 12-hourly as well too, probably on a bunch of time frames, that if we do continue up, we should have a little pop-up, probably let me go to the 121. So the way that I like to find how big the moves are going to be, or at least my price targets, is to use a 127 extension, and we'll go into Fibonacci's on another day. But with the 1272 and the 1618. So these are indicative to show that if we do get a pop from here, my first price target would be around 0.36, and my second price target would be around 0.38. So that is what I would be looking for on ETH BTC. So we'll stick it there for today. I hope that was helpful. Tomorrow I will do a longer discussion of Fibonacci's and how you can use them to determine price targets. I'll see you then.